Dude, I stayed in this hotel so many times.
Have you?
Yeah, because the studio is literally across the street where we can, where we do a lot of our reshoots.
So we tried to get the entire hotel for this event, but Beyonce's in town. And her team took 60 rooms. Yeah.
No way.
So she's probably at the Peninsula or the Four Seasons, but her whole team, I think, her cast and crew are upstairs. She got 60 rooms.
Well, this is a really nice hotel, I think.
It's scratches a lot of backs for us. It checks a lot of boxes.
Nice.
But we kind of need a bigger boat. Like it feels like we're tight.
Growing every year.
Growing every year. But we love it. Like, thank you so much for coming. We really like to highlight new and emerging brands. And when someone with your microphone gets in the new and emerging brand space, everybody freaks out about it. So the chance to talk to you guys about your journey is really a treat. And I thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Yeah, our pleasure. Thanks for having us.
So first question is, how did you guys come together? So I've known John for a really long time, back to his days on the energy drink side. How'd this collaboration come together?
I mean, pretty organically, really. I was looking for a venture where I could really sink my teeth into. I had been approached countless times to do tequilas and vodkas and clothing brands and all this sort of stuff. I never really found any interest in it because it didn't speak to me. When I got sober, I really found this passion for non-alcoholic drinks and really wanted to start my own. I met with our fantastic partners, Imaginary in New York. They're a VC firm and they kind of pitched this idea and I pitched what I wanted to do and we partnered up and John was really our first point of call.
Yeah, I was in parallel. I've been at Nutrable for about 8 years and I realized the next phase of the business I wasn't as excited about. So made the big decision to step away, met Imaginary and then, I think within a few days hit it off with Imaginary and then Tom and I were on a call and it was as natural as it is right now.
Yeah. It was very obvious. I met with, a bunch of different people and really what I was looking for was not just someone who I could have confidence in that was going to run the company in the best way, but someone that shared my values and also someone that would educate me.
Yeah.
And show me the ropes and not just say, you sell it at the end and I'll make it at the beginning. We've really built this thing together.
Yep.
And it's been a really fun experience.
Well, I think that pride of ownership shows in everything you do because a lot of this stuff is about authenticity.
Right.
Like one of the things we've seen in kind of the rise of creator brands is, I'll tweet about it 3 times and you'll give me a check. But when you're actually a founder, when it's your vision that you're sort of living through, I think that comes through in volumes. When I think about the founders who've been super successful, it's the ones that found the brand they loved versus the brand sort of finding them and saying, hey, we think you're a handsome face for it.
Yeah, I've been saying that BERO is all of the best parts of me born out of the worst parts of me. Because, it's my
well said.
Addiction and I'm sober now and it really feels like a part of who I am. So being here today and promoting it is a really awesome thing.
Well, and I'm glad these products are coming. So I got sober 16 years ago. I was someone's dad and I'm hanging out in bars and waking up smelling bad is not a great look for someone's dad.
Yeah.
Let me get my act together because, John carried a bag, like you've carried a bag in CPG and you spend a lot of time in a lot of hotel rooms and you wind up kind of having drinks to put yourself to sleep, And now once you decide to live a sober lifestyle, there just aren't enough choices. You can only drink so much Diet Coke.
Yeah, absolutely. It's bad for your teeth too, man.
And it's not good for sleep. I mean, there's been so many meals where I've had 6 Diet Cokes where I watched, the rest of the group finish off a bottle of wine. Mm-hmm. And what I think is really incredible about your brand is it just feels so elevated. It just feels so premium. Where were some of the branding choices made? Because a label's a label. You got 6 colors to work with, but you guys have executed something that I think is so elevated.
Well, one of the, not exactly the genesis of it, but one of the outputs that we got was a brand that felt like it had been around for time. It had a legacy to it on day one. And as we were developing the brand, we went through a myriad of styles, a myriad of names. And we kept coming back to BERO because there was this elevation and premium that came with the gold. And then we started having a lot of fun with, your history and putting authentic pieces of Tom into it. And it just kind of came together to build this premium legacy brand that didn't feel American craft. It felt European and it felt like it had been around for a very long time. But we always knew we wanted premium. That was the key differentiation.
And what's been sort of the customer strategy? Because you guys went to Target, you went there big, you had amazing success, just got the world with the tail. Sort of what's next? How are you taking over the world?
Really focused on building out the on-premise channel. People consume alcoholic beverages at bars, at restaurants. We want to become the call brand of the bar and restaurant. We don't want people to say, what NA beer do you have? We want people to say, hey, what BERO do you have?
Yeah.
That's one. And then 2, while it's not normal for a brand of our stage to expand internationally, I think between the market development of non-alc within the UK, Tom's heritage and where he lives and where he's from in the UK, really making sure that business can be a scalable, profitable entity and building it the right way, that it can harken off of our global brand building strategies. Those would be the two big focus areas.
Well, one of the things that I was so impressed with, Tom, is it just seems so smart. Like you were one of the few creators or celebrities that really said, I'm going to treat this like a theatrical release.
Sure.
I'm going to do all the chat shows, I'm going to blitz the market. And I think that came through. Like, there's a lot of sort of interesting characters, but I look at like Conor McGregor as kind of one of the heroes. Like that guy carried a bottle of whiskey for 3 years and would do a shot with anybody that wanted it,
Sure.
And the fact that you're out there sort of doing that same hustle kind of, inspires guys like me who've carried a bag for 25 years trying to sell beverage brands. So now that you go from being, a movie star to a beverage peddler,
right.
How's that feel?
Do you know what? It feels great. I mean, I'm really proud of where we're at today. In our presentation, we showed that kind of clip of what we've achieved, and it's really exciting. To think that at one point in time, we had a blank canvas and we were spinning around names and really trying to figure out what we were going to build. The fact that we've got to where we're at today is really, really exciting. This is a really authentic, I guess, piece of my life. It's born out of something that was pretty dark, and it's now, a really beautiful thing. So to be here promoting it, whether it's a movie or a drink, like it feels just as special.
We've come really far. Well, at the same point, you reflect on everything that you've done and you realize that you have so much more to do.
Sure.
So It's this interesting juxtaposition, but we're really proud of what we built so far.
Yeah, okay. I'm cheering for you guys. So when I stopped drinking in 2009, people looked at you when we were drinking a non-alcoholic beer like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's so sad.
Sure.
And now they look at you and they're like, oh, you must have a triathlon coming up or something like that. So 100% cheering for you guys. I think there's a lot of room for players in this category, and I wish you guys all the success.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Really
fellas.
appreciate it.
It.
Thank you. It's fun, this like little booth. Oh, careful.
I've done that. That was nice.
Thanks.